recent video, I did a review of Twisted Tales Volume 1 by Daniel James, which actually blew me away. It's a 20-page zine with an adventure, with a really good map. I don't want to spoil it, but go back and have a look at that video. And today I'm looking at Volume 2, which to me has the best of the artwork. This was actually the one that I bought first. I bought Volume 2 first because I was blown away by the front cover of the art, and then I picked up Volume 3 at the same time. Didn't even think to go back and pick up Volume 1, which I picked up at a later date. So this is 10 pages longer. It does contain a hex crawl and a map location, a few monsters and creatures. As I always do, I'll go straight over to RPG so you can see where you can pick up this book or any other books if you are interested. So here we have Twisted Tales Volume 2 by Burning Light Press. It's available in PDF or softback cover. Time of recording, it's still on sale. It's a 25-page zine, and it covers the expansive lands of Vardenfall, the Mercurian Blades, which is a thieves guild that is in the land, 6 new creatures, 4 new relics, and it's got its own blade class here. I just want to point out down the right-hand side here, they've got the omnibus as well. So this is volumes 1 and 4. So if you don't want to buy it each individually and you want to go and get the 4th one, you can just pick up it all in one volume there. I wasn't aware of it at the time. Whether it was available, I don't know. Obviously, if you do buy this, please do use my affiliate link. It does help me because I paid for these, so it just helped put a little bit more money back into the channel that I can then buy more books and zines to review on the channel. So currently we have got 5 parts to it. So this is just the sample of the map that comes in the book and a little bit of details there about the Mercurian Blades. Right, let's get over into the book. And well, my first impressions of the cover, I said that this is the one that I picked up first because it's absolutely amazing artwork. When you order this, you will also come with there's 4 maps and there are 4 character tokens as well. So you do get a map for Vardenfall, which is the hex crawl where this adventure is based in, and then you get a map as well for the Mercurian Blades base, both of which I'll discuss as we get into the adventure. As with most of these books, you're going to start with an introduction. Okay, well, I just want to start with a negative, which is not always the best place to start. But so here we go. We've got the front of the book and the back. Does the back of the book do the PDF? The hex crawl, it doesn't. Okay, so here's the back of the book, which is your map. So this is the back of the book. And as you can see, and even on TTRPG, it doesn't tell you anywhere the level that this is for. Is this for a 1st level, 5th level, 6th level? I kind of think it's quite an important thing when you're selling a book or a zine to someone that the games master that's going to be running it knows where it is. It is in the book, but it's hidden. Okay, so we'll come on to that as we go through it. So it's a little bit of a grumble. Great start. It is covered, but I kind of wanted to not have to search for it. As you expect with all these books, you're going to start with the introduction, details of the area itself, sort of like the hex crawl area. This is the guild that is based in the book. It is also hyperlinked as well, as you can see, which is always amazing to see. We've got the creature stats, some relics, and then a new class for players to play. Even here, details again what's in the book, the lands, Mercurian Blades, the 6 new creatures, and the blade class, and still nothing about the level of the adventure. It will come to it. The next complication I had is this map. See, I love this map. This is really good. Looks really good. It's nice and clear. You can see everything else in the stones here, the island in the middle of the lake. But this is a little bit, for me, probably not for everyone else, a little bit higgledy-piggledy. I don't really like the text that's used. It does start 1 down in the bottom corner here, and then it goes all the way around. So it's in numerical order. It's easy to follow, but I don't like the fact it's rotated 90 degrees, and I don't like the text that I'm reading. But when you are flicking back between the points of interest on the map and go back to the map, it does make sense. But initially I was like, this is a bit sort of squeezed in. Okay, so that's 2 bad things to start. I'm sorry. Random tables. These random tables are really good. The rumours help build what's going on in here. I'm not really going to spoil the adventure. but I will give hints and tips as to what's going on, because it's not quite a choose your own adventure, but there is an ongoing story arc in here that the rumours allow you to build, as well as you've got 8 quests down at the bottom of here. The weather, I do like it when you include random weather tables, so we're starting to get into the good bits now. We've also got regional random tables here, so we've got 4 of them for roads and plains, forests, mountain caves, and settlements. Seems nice and simple until you look back at the map, and it's not too difficult. You just have to really pay attention to these are your mountains here, the ones that look a little bit mounty. The forests, I know it's going to cost a little bit more to do it, but I think a key may have helped. I don't know, because some of the water, it's obvious, but it took me a couple of seconds to work out. Again, this might be just me nitpicking, because you've got to find bad points when you come to a well-written book. Okay, so I'm pretty much done in all the negative. Oh no, I've got one more. I have got one more. But we then get to look at Vardendale, which is this, what was it, 22 locations on the map. So you've got other things you build within the hex crawl, but Vardendale is this wonderfully written sort of county or area that's got so much adventure ideas in here. So you got a little bit about the caves running through the mountains and a little town here, and then we go into the Iron Range, and I'm trying not to spoil this, but this is the main mountain range that runs through the middle of the map that sort of splits up the area. But in here it talks about a goblin king that used to exist. He's then been killed by the archdevil. And then the next location is where the archdevil may or may not live still within us. So as a games master, you go, okay, we've got all these wonderful goblins that used to exist and a kingdom. Do they still exist? It's up to you. They do, so the goblins do exist, but does the kingdom exist? And does that archdevil still exist? Do you want that as the big bad guy going on? You've got a mine here with some goblin miners that still work it. Circle of Arcanus, which is this sort of stone circle, which is here, which has got some special abilities in there. Again, try not to spoil it. Got a Gothic village. And this is one of the things I really love about the way this is written. So it talks about, a population of 700, so you get an idea of the village. But every winter, they elect new delegates that are, let's say, elected in inverted commas, but bribery is rife. And that just gives you a little bit of sort of flavour of what's really going on in the village. And then we get into the Leaf Drop Woods here, which is in the bottom right-hand corner of the map. And they talk about Barkenwood Village, which is where the Wood Owls live. And again, we've got this little line here just at the bottom, which says no new children have been born in this glade for over a decade. Why is that? It's up to you to try and work out and decide. Eros Tower is another good location. I kind of think of it as the wall in Game of Thrones, because it talks about knights being sort of sent there as a punishment, and nobody really wants to be there. There's 2 men and women that are there. That's it. So you've got all these sort of lonely, hateful knights that are sort of protecting the kingdom, that are there because they have to be. But then talking into the main city, there's 10,000 inhabitants of the city. A bit of a detail on how the council work. And again, they vote. There is this element of voting that goes in and the corruption that goes on. We've got marshes. So as you head over to the western side of the map, you've got this island here that's recluse magic users and the corrupt arch druid gup that lives there. That, again, it just chucks out so much ideas. You've got the hex to sort of for the players to go and to discover things. Beyond that, obviously, you've got the missions and all that sort of comes with it. It's really well written. I've got a couple of nitpicks on it. I'm kind of getting to a conclusion without sort of getting to the conclusion. Lake Vard, which is the lake that surrounds the island. People can go there. They can try and get the Magic's Guild. No one really wants you to be there. But you might not want to go there because there's this Hydra that just happens to live there too, which is detailed in the monster box at the back. We've got this rotten tree. There's details about marshes. And then we've got another little hamlet as well there. So that's the world that the players are going to sort of investigate and discover with everything that's going on. And then we get this really wonderful map here, which is the base, which is really well detailed. You can look at chunks of this and actually see, here's the prison down in the bottom left-hand corner. Here's the storage base. This actually looks like a meeting room. This is someone's bedroom down in the bottom right-hand corner. And then you've got, what's this wonderful device in the top left-hand side? And, you can kind of see things. Now, I do have a slight issue with it because this has secret rooms in it, which is good. However, the universal signal for secret rooms in the 35 years I've been doing this is an S. That isn't so. What we've got here, so normal rooms have got these doors here, so hopefully you can see that. And all the secret rooms have got these lines with the two things. So I think there was 3 or 4, so we've got a secret room up in the top here, secret room down here. There's another one here, and then there's another one here. Oh no, there's 5, so, and there's another one just off the prison there. And you can find them, and it does describe it when you go through the description of the Blades Inn, the Blades Lair, I should say. But it's a little bit of I found it a little bit harder to sort of easily identify. It's not too bad though, because there are only 15 rooms in here. It says here all the secret doors are DC 14. And had I not noticed that initially, I might not have even known there was any secret rooms and secret doors in here in the first place. But again, it's a really well laid out map. But before we get into that, it's going to talk about the Mercurian Blades, their history when they first started. He's even included a rank. So we've got from Whetstones, which are the new recruits, all the way up to the Tip, which is the leader. And then on the next page, we've got some basic details of some player character, well, non-player characters that can come into the adventure, as well as the sort of motivations and the sort of people that the Blades target. We've also got, so the bottom 2 are people that don't really like the Blades, but one is being bribed and the other one is going out their way to destroy them. The other thing the book doesn't cover, and I like this, it doesn't really tell you exactly where this Blades Lair is. You kind of, when you're going through the main village, the main city of Vard, kind of get the impression it should be there, but I like the fact that it doesn't need to be. You can put this anywhere over any of the locations because you can use it there to what suits you. More importantly, if you don't want to use this even in this world, you can just pull it out and drop it into your own adventure, because as an adventure and encounter, it's really good because what you've got is nice clear parts. I'll talk about the key in a second, but it's like this 8 here, so Mammoth's Lair. We've got this starting Mercurian blade that got corrupted by a powerful wizard. You can probably work out the powerful wizard or work it into your own story if you want to. That's now been left to sort of die in this room. He's occasionally fed on the rotting corpses that come from the prisoners' cells. And, the players are going to go and break in. They go, secret door, let's wander in there, let's go and have a look. Monster attack. And it's just a nice twist. There's a variety of, there's magical encounters in here, traps, lots of treasure in here as well. It does have this key. All of the rooms will either say nil or say P, so 1D2. So P is for pommels, which if you look at the raids here, so we've got whetstones, pommels, and keen edges. So it would just determine the level of the encounters that they're going to find. But this is where we will finally find the level as well. It's in here. Where is it? Here. So the numbers roughly suit parties of level 4 at level 2 to 3. So it's in the book, but really, really buried away in there. So you can assume that the hex crawl is for first level. That's what I'm going to do. And then as the players go on, you're going to bring them into the lair, but they're going to want to be at least 2 or 3. It does say you can sort of change the levels up or down to suit. And then finally, they're going to head into the cells and, variety of other stuff. There is also 2 magical portals in here. One brings them in, one allows them to go out. And yeah, you can just use this for any. It's a great little room and encounter. We've then got the stats for the whetstones, pommels, and the keen edge. Goblin axe throwers, goblin miner, and the wonderful Hydra that would I spoil the Hydra to let the players know? I suppose you've got to, because this is going to be a difficult encounter. It's got 10 hit points per head, and all the heads need to be killed to get rid of it. We've got the 4 relics, and 2 of the relics are detailed in here. And then we've got the Mercurian blade, which is it's basically a thief. So they're scoundrels, muggers. They use pretty much standard thief weapons that you're going to get from the basic ShadowDark book and the armor, only 1d4 hit points, secret knowledge, which is quite handy, but the thievery skills of the thief. But where they really shine is the talents. So they're going to get +1 damage, some extra stats. You're treated positively by other Thieves Guild members on an 8 to 9. That might, it's a nice flavour, but that might people are going to want the extra damage. You just know they are, or double damage when surprise attack. So yeah, it's kind of an assassin type class, which is good. It does come with its own titles as well. So if you're lawful, you get the standard Mercurian Blade titles. If you get into chaotic or neutral, they do get different. You've got your own backgrounds and some starting equipments. But that's the book. Say it's written by Daniel James, edited by, it's at least James, I think. And he does the dungeons and the layout all himself. And it's published by Burning Light Press. And then the book closes with some art. Actually, these are the tokens that are in that come through RPG as well. You do get this Hydra and this, is it the Goblin Axe Thrower? That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. So, I think you can tell, I really do like it. I think, say, a couple of issues really are, you don't know what level it's for until you get further and further into the book. But it's not really a biggie. But the hex crawl bit is really interesting. I don't like the way you do the map. It's sideways and the numbers that are there. But the adventure and the encounters that the players are going to have. Yeah, talking about that, you've got the village with the elves in it. And, they haven't had a child for 10 years. You've got the mage sort of tower off. You've got the magical area. You've got the mountains running throughout the middle that could or could not have the archdevil. There's also a location in there that I'm not going to tell you, that has got a dragon in there, which there was a dragon in the first one, so I'm wondering whether the ongoing theme through all of them will see a dragon. And it's not bad to have a dragon in a location. It just keeps the players from being a little bit too sort of, can we say, cocky on, knowing their potential archdevil in there and a dragon. Say all those random, you've got, I think it was 8 random missions. The weather tables are good. The random location. It's a really good book, and price-wise, it's an utter bargain. Currently it's about £3, what's that? About $4 or $5, and that's for print as well. So yeah, go and grab this one. I'll be doing 3, 4, and 5 over the coming weeks. So if you've enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.